So friends, as part of our wisdom sharing session today, we have Master Ramesh from Germany. He was born in Andhra Pradesh, India. He is currently living in Germany with his wife. He's a mechanical engineer by profession. He had got introduced to this Anapanasati meditation in the year of 1998 by his father, Ramasubba Reddy Garu. He have been always curious about meditation, my dear friends. So when once he practiced regularly, he had seen asthma, which has been suffering from long, had disappeared. Since then, he started practicing more and more meditation, and he had seen many in his family who practiced meditation also experienced many benefits. So he had realized his purpose of life in the year of 2010, when he, along with his wife, were living in Egypt, that to spread about meditation and pyramid energy. Since then, he's balancing his work and spiritual life. His work is taking the spiritual work of Patriji to whole of this globe, my dear friends. Patri sir, he has always been his biggest inspiration, and many other masters too. So both Madhu and Ramesh, they are doing a great service to this planet Earth. Now currently they are living in Germany and spreading meditation there, and also hosting and conducting and organizing many retreats across the globe, especially in Egypt, my dear friends. And also they are taking many online and offline sessions. So recently visited UK and we had a wonderful sessions with him in UK as well. So Master Ramesh, I welcome you.
Thanks a lot, Master Lakshmi. Very happy to be here together on this great mission that that you are leading, and sharing the message what great masters of the past and Master Patriji and many other masters had been sharing. So grateful to you for sharing this most important message in this present world. And it's really very nice to meet all UK masters and to meet Master Lakshmi few weeks ago in UK. And so just like Master Lakshmi had referred, so let me introduce myself a little bit. So presently I'm living in Germany. And if I look back into my life, I have started my journey in the year 1998, looking at my father, who started his journey few months before, and then he became so very healthy out of his health issues that he had all through his life. And then later he started sharing the practice of meditation to everyone. And then the next in line was my grandmom. So she was having all kinds of old age health issues. And once she started meditating, after a few months, I noticed the same thing that I noticed in my father. So later on, many such similar examples drove and increased the curiosity in me to know what is meditation, to practice meditation. Then my journey started. I would say my journey had started. I was meditating, and then I was still not a pure vegetarian. And when I became a pure vegetarian, immediately I could see a greater shift within me, a greater shift in the energies, a greater shift in the way I started understanding, I started perceiving things. So yes, meditation is very important. And yes, becoming a vegetarian is very important. So today, when Lakshmi ji had reached to me and asked, there is this session happening, would you like to share something? One of the statements that came to my mind was, you are what you eat. So we do all know about this. We may be hearing this statement. Then I started to search about this statement, and you know, there were so many great people of the past who spoke the same thing. I would like to quote few of them. So there was a French lawyer. His name is Antlem Brillat Savarin in the year 1826. So it's been long ago, yeah. And at that time, he wrote that you are what you eat. And indeed, he wrote it in French, and it literally what he wrote was, tell me what you eat, and I will tell you what you are. So he said, tell me what you eat, and I will tell you what you are. So now we can question ourselves. What am I eating? Literally is defining what I am. It is the same for each one of you. What you are eating is what you are. So it does not mean that a literal meaning that if you eat a potato, you're a potato. No, it is not that. There is deeper meaning to it. There is a greater understanding into that. So moving forward to quote other great people who have spoken similar things is a German anthropologist. Yeah, he also spoke about the same statement, but he spoke much before in 1863, a bit later after this French person. So his name is Ludwig Andreas Feuerbach. And he said that man is what he eats. So there are two different people, two different times in their own ways are referring to the same statement. He said, man is what he eats. Yeah. And then we have also in India very much frequently used these statements. You are what you eat. And Sant Rajinder Singh Ji Maharaj, he also refers the same. You are what you eat. So many great people of the past have referred this statement. And we do not need to analyze it more. If we can look back and look at various times and look at the same statement repeated by different people, great people, in different times, in different geographical locations, saying some statement, probably it is because they're connecting to something, a greater truth that we all need to understand. We all need to put in practice, isn't it? So I would like to share one personal experience on this aspect. So why do we say you are what you eat? It is not about the material or physicality that you are taking into your body that you become. It is the energy that it carries that you become. So if you are taking a food that have a positive vibration, a positive emotion, then you're slowly and gradually integrating consciously and subconsciously that energy, which is positive energy, that vibration, which is positive vibration. So if you take an animal before being killed, it do know that it is being killed to become someone else's food. And it do undergo lot of stresses, lot of unbearable emotions. And you know that everything that we undergo is stored in each and every cell of our body, because every cell has memory. So what happens when we are thinking? Imagine even we as physical self, if we think something or if we undergo emotionally something, each and every cell of our body react according to that thought, according to that emotion. So what is happening with these animals which are undergoing so tremendous stresses, so many negative emotions. They're all storing that negative emotions. They're all storing that negative vibration in each and every cell of this animal. Do the memory die? No, the memory does not die. It remains there. The life is gone, but the memory, emotion, and energy remains. So when someone consumes that energy or that animal which has the energy of negativity, energy of stress, energy of all these negative emotions that this animal had underwent, what are we integrating into our body? How are we programming ourselves? Because the cells communicate with each other. The cells which had the memory of suffering, memory of depression, memory of all these negative emotions connect to the cells within our body and they communicate. And how are we programming ourselves now with all these energies that we would not really want to experience in our life? However, as we are not looking at the food as various other dimensions, which is the energy aspect of it, which is the emotion aspect of it, we just think that food is physical matter. Food is simply carbohydrates, simply proteins, simply vitamins. It is not simply that. There is a dimension of energy. There is a dimension of emotions. There is a dimension of memory. And now that we integrate this memory into our own body, we become that. It's like whatever cassette or CD you put in a CD player, the CD player will start showing us that which is in that cassette player or which is on that CD. It cannot show something else. So when you put into your body that which has been filled with fear, that which have been filled with lot of stress, that which had been undergoing so much negative emotions, what will we eventually play? Do we play a joyful mood? Do we be stress free? Of course not. Eventually, we are also subconsciously letting ourselves program and take the memory of these cells. Nothing goes off. Everything becomes us. So whatever we eat, we are becoming. Whatever we eat, we are integrating. So when I came across these points, I started sharing across to various friends, and this had really happened. So when I started speaking about this, people started questioning, hey, you say that animals undergo stresses. How can animals go undergo stresses? I don't think they even know that they are being killed. I don't think they even know that they are being grown to be killed so that they become food. So what happened when this conversation was happening was I had a lot of my colleagues and one of my Italian colleague who is a farmer. He was hearing all these, listening to all these conversations. And then he said, Ramesh, what you say makes sense to me. And then he started sharing his experience. He say, because as a farmer, he had so many animals whom he used to, grow so that they can become food eventually. So he said he had so many, so many types of animals, 50s of them, hundreds of them. And then he said, you know, what used to happen whenever I used to go to feed in the morning, all these animals, they're always waiting for the food. They come to me. They always know as if I'm going there to give them something so that they can eat. However, on the day before, when I decide that tomorrow morning I go to bring one of these animals so that we will make food out of it, On that day, when I go closer to this place, they're completely panicked. They run away, they rush away. I did not tell them. They were not informed. How do you inform an animal, right? So he said, exactly every time, every occasion, I think of bringing one of those animals and kill it to make the food. I go there, they're completely panicked, as if they know, that one of them or some of them will be now taken out to be killed. So his experience confirms that animals do know everything. They do understand everything. Yeah. So what would that animals are what is the emotion of these animals when they know that they are being killed? Would that be happy emotion? Of course not. It's fully of fear that I'm being killed. It's full of stress. Lot of emotions it will undergo. Will this energy dissipate somewhere? It will remain within that animal, in each and every cell of that animal. So anyone later who is eating that, they're not just eating whatever physical aspect of it, but also the energy aspect of it, also the emotional aspect of it. So eventually, people do program themselves to have fear in their life. You want to do something, you're not confident. You're always afraid. You have so many fears for so many things in life. Yeah, you may be undergoing stresses. You may be having a lot of things, good things in your life, but you cannot experience those things because there is some kind of depressive mood. There is some negative emotions. And you may ask yourself, why is this happening with me? You may not find the answer, but it is because you are taking that food which is not bringing you the positive emotion, which is not bringing you a, a, a clear food that integrates well into your body, that brings prosperity in your thoughts and food, in your thoughts and in your life. So it is very, 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 very important to have a healthy body and to have a healthy mind, that we look not just into the aspect of physicality, but we look into the aspect of vibration, into the aspect of emotion. Only then we will look at food in a different way. Only then we will understand that I am becoming what I am eating. You're becoming what you're eating. Look around. What are we feeding to our kids? I still see around in my family itself where parents are feeding to the kids food that is not doing any good to their kids' health, to their kids' emotional health, to their mental health, because all these thoughts of fear of that animal being killed is that we are feeding into our kids' bodies. And what would their thoughts be like? Fearsome thoughts. They will not be completely confident in their life. They will have these negative emotions. So we all need to immediately look into how our food looks like. What are we eating? What are we feeding to others? Sometimes the wife is vegetarian and she says, I have to cook to my other people in the home. But what are you feeding by cooking this? Are you thinking you're doing good to them? You're doing much worse to them. So don't become part of that which you are not helping your family. You are there to help your family. So do the right things. Only and only when you understand this, that you are what you eat, they are what they eat, I am what I'm eating, we do not change our eating habits. This is directly related to us, to me, to you, to the people around us. Yeah. And this is one aspect. However, there are other aspects how we are impacting the environment by, by this meat industry. That's a different topic altogether. So when we choose the right food, we are not just doing great things to our body, physical body, our health, right? Our mental health, our emotional health. But on the other aspect, we are also doing great help to the environment, because meat industry contributes a lot and it is not doing good to the environment. So friends, masters, it is time that we all connect to this wisdom, that we all connect to this truth, that we are what we eat. And so we all truly must become vegetarians, plant-based diet. Please become vegetarians. Please speak about this. Why do you need to shy to speak about this? Why do you need to not share the truth? Don't you want to see your kids healthy? Don't you want to see your family members being experiencing greater health, joy in their life? Don't you want? How many of you don't want? Raise your hands. I'm sure no one wants. No one wants to see your family members unhappy. Nobody wants to see your family members having these issues of negative emotions, right? So if we know this truth, we have to speak about this truth. And as we keep sharing, when people understand, when they really connect to this truth, it is easier for them to transform. It is easier to understand what is right food that we have to put into our mouth. What is the right food that we can provide to others, that we can feed to our family. So my dear masters, this is what I thought of sharing today, and that you all become what you eat. We are all continuously becoming what we are eating. So choose your food rightly, and the right food is vegetarian diet, plant-based diet. I'm sure the whole scientific community is looking into this direction now. They're digging deeper into the various aspects of food, and sooner more and more people will start speaking loudly about this topic. So I want you all to look into your surroundings in your family, and if you notice anyone who is not doing good for themselves, please go guide them. Please go talk to them. Please go speak about this. Give them books, or you read the books. There is this wonderful book, Ahimsa, Vegetarianism and Spirituality by PSSM. Yeah. But there are thousands and thousands of books, thousands and thousands and thousands of content online. Now everyone has a mobile phone. Guide them to look into that. Let them understand what they're eating. Let them understand. Yeah. So become vegetarians, be happy, become, friends to animals. And also when you become a vegetarian, know that you're doing great and great support, not just to the animal beings, but not just to you, but also to the environment. So we are also supporting Mother Earth. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Lakshmi ji, for giving me this opportunity to share and speak about vegetarianism, which is the most important topic of the present times. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Master Ramesh, for your wonderful wisdom sharing session. You have shared a lot of scientific facts and how all the masters have mentioned about this, why it's very important to have vegetarian food. Yes, what you said is true. Like our body is getting programmed with the food we eat, and our body is taking all the memories. We are integrating all, not only the physical aspect, the emotional aspect, and the memory aspect of all the animals. So beautifully, you what you call you put into the, everything into this wonderful session. And also the story you shared, really very inspiring story, how this farmer, whenever he went to feed the animals, so they felt that love and compassion energy from him, and they were just coming close to him. And as we all know that animals communicate through telepathy, friends. So the moment animals realize that that farmer is coming now to take one of them to the slaughterhouse or to kill that animal, so all the animals, they are going away from that farmer. So what a beautiful story, my dear friend, to understand the emotion part of the animals. So animals are very sentient beings, very joyful beings, and they do feel a lot of pain. So it's really very important, my dear friend, to share this meditation to this whole world. So please keep sharing in your offices, to your colleagues, to your friends, and to your all your surroundings, as Master Ramesh also said. So wonderful wisdom once again. Thank you so much. So if you have any doubts, you can ask friends. Shweta, Namaste Master. Thank you, ma'am and sir, for this wonderful session. I have a question. As you have said, when you become a pure vegetarian, your energy drastically shifted. May I know what does word pure means? I'm a vegetarian, but I do eat onions. Is that fine? Does that pure means vegan?
So, Shweta ji, so when I speak about becoming pure, which means you have a very positive, your thought frequency changes. That's for me is pure. So you become more and more aware and you see clarity in your life. So that shift happens because in the end, you're not feeding your system with negative emotions. And regarding onions, no, I did not mean about dropping also onions. It's the plant-based, right? So plant-based diet is fine except garlic and mushroom. Yeah. However, if your intuition says you don't want to integrate a particular, other item into your body because your body speaks to you, and it could be onion in this case, just drop it. Thank you.
Yes, wonderfully explained. Thank you very much for this clear indication, sir. Some people, Mona is asking, some people ask that when we eat vegetables, aren't we killing them, as don't they also have feelings?
Madam, people will ask everything just because they are not willing to connect to the truths. Leave them out. You just speak your truth and leave them out. And if they ask the same question to a book, there is tons of explanations on that aspect of it. So it is important that you understand, you change, and you speak this truth to everyone who is ready to listen, ready to change, and they will change. So there are different dimensions to life. There are different levels of life, and we are not allowed to kill animal beings. So there is no comparison between I'm eating an animal, so I'm killing a vegetable. So just drop off those people. They are not willing to listen to the truth. When they are ready, they will come to you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. And Ramappa ji, just unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself.
Namaste Ramji sir, and
Namaste.
Namaste Lakshmi Garu, and all the masters. Namaste. Actually, what Ramasar is saying very perfectly. Vegetarian foods is very importantly. But yesterday we went to one party meeting in hotel. All are order only non-veg foods, and I saying perfectly totally non-veg stock only. We are taking only vegetarian meals. I was seriously telling them. So they have all stopped. They are asking me why cannot eat non-veg foods. How and how to living so many animals are there where they were living. Suppose we cannot killing and eating. Where they are living, they are asking me.
Yes, regarding the eco balance, right? If you don't kill them, so they will start to grow. People.
Yeah, day by day they are increasing animals. Where is staying? Where is living person and foods? Whatever it may be. Suppose if you're not killed to it's problem now they are asking me.
So Ramapaji, just to the similar answer that Swatiji, not Swatiji, I think Monaji, right? So was asking, right? So people have these questions because they are not ready to change.
Yes.
Yeah. So just cut them out. There are wise people and there are stupid people. There you will always find the wise people. So speak about these things to them. And these stupid people someday will become wise people. Then they will come searching for you. However, you need to share the truth, and when they are ready, they will come back to you. Yeah. So they will find all kinds of explanations for them to convince themselves what they are doing is right. As far as they're ready to understand what is the truth, as far as they're not ready, they will find all kinds of explanations. But the truth is there since hundreds and hundreds of years. When Jesus speaks about this, who else, what else explanations one need more? When Mahatma Gandhi speaks about this, what else explanations people need more? When so many great people continue to speak about this, what extra explanation people deserve? If they don't understand that,
Yes.
no one else can help them. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ramapaji.
Yes, amazing, amazing wisdom. Yes, when all the greatest enlightened masters, when they are speaking about this truth, then what you said is true. There is a point of argument. We have to follow their path. Yes, Parshuram.
It's like someone asking 1 + 1, I can prove it is 5.
Yes.
Let them prove. Let them prove.
Yes.
They will only fail if they write 1 + 1 = 5 in their final exam. And they know that, when you look into your own self, in terms of thoughts, in terms of emotions, in terms of health, everyone can evaluate this thing by themselves. So their own life is enough to understand which is the right food to feed into our body. Yeah.
Yes, yes, Parshuramji.
Yes, good morning, sir. Ramesh sir and Sri Lakshmi madam. Good morning.
Namaste, sir.
Sir, I'm doing meditation last 1 year. Okay, and last year I came meditation. Sir, when I came first day, I'm non-vegetarian to vegetarian, sir. First day, so I'm fully eating weekly in a 3 days non-veg. But when I came the meditation, that day I'm decided eating only vegetarian. So also I am also doing here, sir. I'm living in Ballari, Karnataka. So I'm I'm here doing, we are daily, monthly 2 or 3 vegetarian rallies, sir, to awareness to the peoples. What will eat, what is the vegetarian and non-vegetarian. If we eat non-vegetarian, what will happen? That is, we are awareness to the peoples. So many people are coming here to non-vegetarian to vegetarian, sir. Sir, your session is very wonderful, very wonderful, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, Ramappa, sir, and all. Thank you.
Thank you, Parshuram sir, for your, you have shifted yourself once you connected to this wisdom. So thank you for that, and thanks for all the wonderful work you're doing, speaking about this, sharing about vegetarianism in all these rallies and all the things. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So after knowing the truth, the tears come seeing people having non-vegetarian. Yes, Bhagya ji. So yes, we should always give time to the people. Self-realization is very important. Let them realize their own. So let them realize about themselves and what mistakes they are doing. So yes, Mother Nature, she exactly knows what to do, how to balance this ecosystem, my dear friends. So daily millions of animals are dying, birds are dying. Who is taking care of all of them? Mother Nature, right? So we no need to question about the eco balance. Yes. So yes, Master Ramesh, your final thing, or friends, if anyone wants to share anything or if you have any questions, please to ask. Yes.
So Lakshmi ji, I would like to thank you. You always come with very important topics. Last year you had these 111 goddess sessions, and now you are on this wonderful mission of 369 talking about vegetarianism. And I'm grateful that we are in company with such great masters speaking about the most important topics. So thank you for bringing this very important topic into everyone's life. And everyone must bring their friends, families, colleagues to these kinds of sessions. There are 369 opportunities in their life. There is not one opportunity. Life gives many opportunities, right? And now life is giving to the whole world population 369 opportunities. And if they can catch one opportunity, they are going to change themselves. They're going to change their health. They're going to change everything else because there are so many benefits. So connect all your friends and families, colleagues, near and dear to these 369 opportunities to save themselves, to save animals, to save Mother Earth. Thank you, Lakshmi ji.
Thank you so much, Ramesh Garu, for this wonderful enlightening session. And really so many inspiring points you have shared. And especially about that story is still running in my mind, that empathy. We should all have that empathy towards the animals. See how they always wants to come to us and play with us. They are very joyful beings, right? So it's really a beautiful story. That too real story that farmer has realized this wonderful thing about vegetarianism. Thank you so much once again. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your wisdom.
Thank you.
Yes, friends, hope you all had a wonderful meditation session and a wonderful, great enlightening session with Master Ramesh. So let's all connect in tomorrow's morning session. And also next weekend, we have wisdom sharing by Master Aniruddha from USA. She will be speaking about vegetarianism and how it is important for kids, for every mother to feed their kids this vegetarian diet. She is expertised in the spiritual parenting, my dear friends. Please do join her session. And yes, let's all connect in tomorrow morning meditation at 5:30 a.m. London and India time 10 a.m. Thank you all.